The long wait is over. We're going to finally jump into the Jeep. I've seen all you guys' comments and requests to see this thing again, and today is not going to be a day where I'm going to be updating you guys on where it's been and exactly what's broken on it, because there are a lot of things that are broken on it. However, I have a huge major issue I need to fix on the Jeep. I haven't changed the oil in my Jeep in over 17,000 miles. Check this out. This is probably the longest I've ran this oil, or oil in any car in general. Yeah, hopefully you guys can see that. It's not very attractive looking oil. Last time I changed the oil, I guess I ended up rounding off this drain plug bolt. So today I'm going to be replacing this lower pan, and I think all you need is a 10mm and maybe a razor blade. So let's go ahead and get into it. We'll let this leak out, and then we'll finally be able to take off this oil pan. All these bolts under here, we're going to go ahead and use 10mm. I have it on impact, but you guys can for sure use a ratchet. It's just for speed. So I'm going to take this off in a star pattern, kind of rotating between bolts in the back and bolts in the front and going side to side at the same time. It's pretty simple. Take this out. Oh. So now I only have 2 bolts left. I'm going to try to take this pan off. Might get a soft hammer. There should just be some silicone sealing this up. Alright, so this is loose. A little bit of oil coming out of there. Get these last bolts off. Now you're going to want to support the oil pan, because once you take these bolts out, this thing is going to fall. You're going to create a big mess. So just keep one hand on it, or if you have somebody else in the shop, they can help you out. Okay, whoa! Nearly dropped that bolt into the oil pan. Don't be the fool that I am. Alright, so now we can lower this down. Okay, I'm going to lower this down. There you go. So this is the oil pickup. This is what sucks up the oil. The other end of this tube is the oil pump, and that's what pushes it through your engine. This is the end of your dipstick. Pretty interesting to see the inside of it. From factory, it didn't look like they used very much RTV at all, but in some places it does look like they use some sort of sealant. So I'm going to go ahead and get a razor blade, and I'm just going to clean this surface up. So here is a side-by-side comparison, our new oil pan and our old oil pan. This old oil pan is the original that came on my 3.8 liter engine that comes in the Jeep. There were no metal shavings inside of the pan, which is really good. And as you guys can see, there is not much cosmetic damage to the oil pan. I never ever smashed it on anything. The only issue is this right here. Check how rounded that is. It's crazy. And this is the new oil pan. This is stock, nothing different about it. I should have added a magnetic drain plug, but that is something I can add down the road. First, I'm going to get some 50 States brake cleaner. So I'm just going to get that brake cleaner and wipe along this mating surface here. This is going to ensure a good bond for that sealant. Permatex Ultra Black. This is just RTV gasket maker, oil resistant, and I'm just going to place a nice thin bead along the edge of this oil pan. I'm going to take my finger and spread this down. Now I'm going to fasten this to the bottom of the engine with those 10mm screws. I'll put the torque specs up on the screen, but I have to work quickly because this will set up over time. We have our torque wrench set to 105 inch-pounds. Get in here, and yes, of course, I'm going to have sort of an inaccurate reading because I am using an extension, but I should be able to kind of get a good feel for exactly how tight this thing needs to be. Let's go ahead and perfect. So now we want to tighten in a star pattern, like I've been saying. So that is pretty much it. I'm going to tighten this bolt up and pour some new oil in the Jeep.